Hey you guys, this is Jerry Mateo within the Daw, and welcome back. Now, today we are going to be starting a new little mini series that we are basically going to be going back to old videos that I meant to release and never got the chance to actually edit the videos and release them. And because I looked back and I wasn't really happy with the quality, I decided we're going to redo the entire thing. Everything's going through my new audio setup, my new console, my new channel strips, my new microphones, just for a better quality recording and a better quality sound. So what we're going to do is start off with a bunch of Klevgrand videos that I have had in my hard drive for like 6 months. Now this first one is going to be on Daw Cassette from Klevgrand, or Klevger as it says right here. And this is one of my favorite plugins that they make. This is essentially a cassette tape emulation. It emulates everything from the tape quality, the reading head quality, the motor quality, which is going to give you wow and flutter. It has the input saturation, 3 different tape types, and the Dolby noise. And a really cool thing is every time you change some of the settings, you're going to automatically hear the change even in the noise, meaning that they've emulated the actual process that the cassette tape would have to pretty much every degree that they could. So let me show you that just by turning on the noise, turning on the plugin, bring up the output gain, and let's change the different tape types. You're going to notice a subtle hiss, really cool. And now let's change the motor quality. Let's try the head quality and the tape quality. That's pretty cool. It's actually a good job of emulating that type of sound. So the next thing I want to do is show you guys how easy it is to control this thing. The only other knob that I haven't talked about is the dry wet knob, and this is just the dry wet knob. It's a mix blend, which is really cool. And this is a great plugin if you're looking to kind of emulate an old school style cassette. And this is cool if you want to get a gritty tone out of things. So what we have today is a mix that I've done for my brother. He recorded this with his friends, and then they sent this to me to mix. This is the first rough mix. It's not quite done, but let's just take a quick listen to how it sounds without Daw Cassette.
I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you.
Pretty cool. So we're obviously using a lot of tape style emulations with tape delays going on. I ran the vocals through my studio channels and I cranked up the tube drive. So we have a lot of gritty distortion that's been printed on to the vocal itself. The keyboards have distortion. There's a lot of lo-fi effects everywhere. And I thought the best way to kind of complete this lo-fi style sound is to use something like Daw Cassette to really gritty up everything and give it a very, very vintage style sound. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by trying to get as clean of a sound as possible. And we're just going to turn on Daw Cassette, set everything to normal, and just see how it sounds.
I used to call you my moon.
So the first thing I'm noticing is a drop in volume. Let's bring up the output gain.
I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is.
Notice how every time I change the tape types, we're getting a completely different tone. Normal has this very rounded out tone where the high end kind of goes away, but so does the low end, while Chrome has a lot of mid-range, but also a little bit more of a boost in the low end. And then the metal tape has a very hi-fi style sound. Really cool, really, really flexible. So next, let's try the input gain to drive this plugin into saturation.
I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is.
Really cool. So just by slightly driving it, I'm getting a really gritty tone. For this case, we're probably not going to want that. So we're going to back this off and let's just mess around with stuff like the motor quality, the tape quality, and the head quality. So for the motor quality, I think the easiest way to show you this is having it on like the electric guitar. Let's fill this up and just play it. Let's bring down the motor quality. A lot of wobbling, right? A lot of wow and flutter. So let's try the head quality. And now let's try the tape quality. Notice that when we have the tape quality turned down, we gain a lot of volume, but we're also gaining a lot of saturation. So what's going on is we're losing headroom in the actual tape. So it's distorting, and because it's distorting, it's compressing, so it's bringing up the overall volume, but it's also getting rid of the frequencies that are going to sound clear. Pretty cool. Let's try this on the vocals and see if we can get a really nice screaming kind of vocal. We'll just set this in a quick loop, and let's just dial in a kind of distorted, gritty tone.
I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon. I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon.
Pretty cool, right? We're actually getting a really cool little vintage distorted vocal kind of sound. Let's bypass
I
it.
used to call you my moon.
Let's turn it off.
I used to call you my moon.
And let's turn it back on.
I used to call you my moon.
Really cool. And this is taking me maybe like 5 seconds to dial in. So what I want to do now is maybe aim away from the distorted tones. And let's actually see if we can just smooth out the vocal, because one thing I like to use tape emulations for is a very natural sounding de-esser that basically gets rid of the frequencies that are there, but also adds harmonics to make it sound like it's still full band as far as the frequency response. So let's try to smooth that out.
I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon. I used to call you my moon.
Let's try bypassing
I
it.
used to call you my moon.
And now let's turn it back on.
I used to call you my moon.
So you'll notice that I used the metal tape because it has a lot of high end to kind of bring back the high end that we're losing, while utilizing the head quality to kind of roll it off very slightly. And it's giving me a really cool, kind of more smoothed out sound. Let's see what this sounds like in the entire mix though, because we might get some pretty cool results.
I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon. I used to call you
Pretty cool. Let's take this off loop and let's just take a listen to how the mix sounds with it and then without it. We'll start with the bypass.
I used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you. Used to call you my moon. Now when I look up, all I see is you.
Pretty cool, right? We're getting a really lo-fi sound and we're kind of emulating a really lo-fi tape machine, or at least a cassette tape, and it's doing a really good job. Another thing that I did right there near the end is I utilized the dry wet mix to show you how cool this is. Because I'm utilizing a lot of the warbling or wow and flutter from the motor quality, I'm actually getting a lot of phasing going on. And you can totally use this as an effect, which I think is really, really powerful. With that said, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think, and I highly recommend checking out a lot of Klevgrand products. I have a ton of them, and I use them constantly. So we're going to be doing a ton of these videos in the next few weeks. I'm going to be trying to release maybe 2 of them every week, but we're going to try to get maybe 4 or 5 of them out in the next couple weeks, and then we'll see if I can get my hands on some of their new stuff to do some videos on with that. Anyway, with that said, this is Jeremy Mateo within the Daw. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.